Module 8, Reading Skills for IELTS, Part 2. How to analyze and interpret texts. Strategies for identifying tone and attitude. Practice reading activities. Topic 1, How to analyze and interpret texts. Hello and welcome back to our IELTS Reading Skills series. In this video, we will focus on how to analyze and interpret texts effectively. To begin with, analyzing a text means breaking it down into its component parts and understanding how they work together to create meaning. It involves identifying the main ideas, themes, and arguments, as well as the author's purpose and perspective. The first step in analyzing a text is to read it carefully and actively. Try to identify the main idea and any supporting ideas or arguments. Look for any key terms or phrases that are repeated throughout the text, and note down any questions or uncertainties you have. Next, you should consider the context in which the text was written. This includes the author's background and perspective, as well as any historical, cultural, or social factors that may have influenced the text. Finally, you should draw conclusions based on your analysis of the text. This may involve summarizing the main ideas and arguments, identifying any strengths or weaknesses in the author's argument, or considering the broader implications of the text. Remember, analyzing and interpreting texts is an essential skill for the IELTS reading test. By following these steps and practicing regularly, you can improve your ability to understand and analyze a wide range of texts. Topic 2, Strategies for identifying tone and attitude. Hello and welcome back to our IELTS Reading Skills series. In this video, we will focus on strategies for identifying tone and attitude in a text. The tone and attitude of a text refer to the author's emotional state and perspective toward the subject matter. Understanding the tone and attitude of a text is important for interpreting its meaning and identifying any underlying biases or assumptions. One strategy for identifying the tone and attitude of a text is to look for keywords or phrases that convey emotions or opinions. For example, words like passionate, frustrated, or hopeful can indicate the author's emotional state, while words like biased, objective, or critical can suggest their perspective. Another strategy is to consider the overall structure and style of the text. Is it written in a formal or informal style? Does the author use humor, sarcasm, or irony to convey their message? These elements can give clues to the author's tone and attitude. It's also important to consider the context in which the text was written. Was it written for a particular audience or purpose? What historical, cultural, or social factors may have influenced the author's perspective? By using these strategies, you can develop your ability to identify and analyze the tone and attitude of a wide range of texts, which is an essential skill for success in the IELTS reading test. Topic 3, Practice reading activities. In this topic, we will focus on some practice reading activities to help you improve your reading skills. The first activity is skimming, which involves quickly reading a text to get an overall sense of its content. Skimming is useful for identifying the main idea and any supporting details, as well as for previewing a text before reading it more carefully. The second activity is scanning, which involves searching a text for specific information or details. Scanning is useful for finding answers to specific questions or for locating key facts or figures. The third activity is close reading, which involves reading a text carefully and critically, paying attention to details such as word choice, structure, and tone. Close reading is useful for analyzing the meaning and significance of a text, as well as for identifying any underlying biases or assumptions. Finally, it's important to practice reading a wide range of texts, including academic articles, news reports, and literary works. Like, share, and subscribe to Study Metro for more awesome content.